Coming at you live from DNHQ in beautiful South Pasadena, California. This is, what is this? This is the Blue Heaven Podcast. Home of all nautical-themed puns, maybe, perhaps. What is going on, Dodgers Nation? My name is Clint. You can find me as Real FRG on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, you can. You worked real hard on those puns, like all day.
All day.
Real proud of you. Real good use of time.
Really swabbed the deck with that.
We don't have real jobs. Guys, my name is Brooke. You can find me at BrookeMe3 on Twitter and Instagram. On today's show, the Dodgers, this is just for you, mop the deck of the Pirates. We made quick work of them. It was easy. It was nice and wet out there in Pittsburgh.
That's because you see, there's 3 weather delays for the entire series, but the Dodgers swept the entire series. You can't sweep water. I mean, I guess you could.
You also mop when you're on a pirate ship, I guess. I've never been on one. I've never been a pirate. But
we're very proud of you for that revelation.
We'll talk about that series because it was a lot of fun, and we did something that we never do, and that is we beat teams that we should beat.
This is true. It's fun. So if you guys have some hot takes on Dodgers actually doing what they're supposed to do, drop them in the comments below or to the side or wherever the hell they're at for you. Or if you're listening, just talk in the car to yourself. We'll listen. We hear you. We are bringing back an exciting, fun segment we haven't done in a while. I guess it's been since like the off season. I call it Excuse the Interruption because it's free, unlike ESPN's versions of Pardon the Interruption. Anyways, we're going to play that a little bit later, and that's going to fill up most of the show because we don't want to really be here. We just obligated ourselves to start doing Thursdays. People really hated on that YouTube game, so I want to dive into that a little bit.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
The Dodgers also set sail to L.A. And we have a great giveaway. It might be of that. Anyways, Gary Cam is being used otherwise. And there's going to be a whole lot more, guys. Got to remind you, this is a podcast. Please do subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Pandora, Player FM, everywhere your podcasts are available for free. We live there. Go check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Hit that bell. You're going to be happy that you did that.
You'll be so happy. Doug will be happy, and that's all that really matters. We don't really care about us. We only care about Doug. Doug is the best. Guys,
new Doug.
And new Doug. Don't forget, this is a live stream. We are here. We are talking baseball. We are live. We do this twice a week. I don't know how. Some people do it more, but we don't talk about them. So if you're with us tonight, make sure you drop into the comments. Let us know where you're repping Dodgers Nation tonight, because if you don't, I will not talk to you for the rest of my life. Calvin over on YouTube leads us off, says, let's go Clinton Brook, with 3 fire emojis. Ooh. 3 of them. Base Lord over on YouTube says, what's up, baby? I think he's talking to me. Nothing personal, but I think it's directed a little bit at me. Ryan Moore says, a little late, huh? Ryan, you've been around for a while. We're usually late. But I will say, over the past couple months, we've been pretty much right on time.
Since Gary hasn't been running the show, running the buttons. We're usually not late. However, I got here later than I normally do because, you know what? Life's a beach. Is that another one?
Yeah.
Sort of like a
Pirates go to the beach.
Well, give me like a let me see. I'm half point. Oh, wait. I turned down the wrong way. Try that again. There it is.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Yeah, I follow you.
Wrong knobs.
We're proud of you. Anthony over on Periscope says, yo, happy sweepy Thursday. That's good. I like that. It's very sweepy. Feeling sweepy.
Mm-hmm. Calvin also says, I'm calling Calvin, also says, Mookie played like Mookie today. You love to see it. Mookie did do Mookie things. Shades of 2020 Mookie. We'll dive into that a little bit later. Did you say Sean?
No, I did not say Sean.
Dodgers heating up again. You do like to see that. Dodgers had a decent road trip. We'll get into that also in a little bit. Leslie's tuning in, says, hi, boys. Hell yeah, welcome to the show. Leslie Roach is tuning in from not the 909 because he moved.
Oh, congratulations. To a better?
I mean, Victorville, Victorville's up and coming.
Quieter.
They're gentrifying. That's what the people like these days, right?
Yeah. Roach also said Jay Hare did an amazing job calling the game today. Hashtag more nicknames, please. Before we get into anything, if you have ever heard any of the names that Jay Hare mentioned as nicknames for players ever in real life or at your work or with family or with friends, please let me know, because I have not heard of a lot of them.
I've heard them all. That's
from
literally
from Jay Hare.
Yeah. No.
Nobody else.
No.
No one. Absolutely zero people in their lifetime ever in the history of mankind has ever gone to Austin Barnes and been like, "Hey, the real AB, what's up, dog?" Maybe Jay Hare. Maybe he does. I've
used it once on Lineup Fun because of Jay Hare.
Jay Hare says
yeah.
Do you think he actually says it to him?
No, I call him a killer. when I'm talking about Austin Barnes. But
Just call him Riverside. Like, what else
the
are you supposed to
Riverside
call him?
Killer, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
We got a lot of those.
We can see those. Anyways, more on that later because you can see. I'm assuming I hope the chat lights up about that. It's Thumpers in here. Says, hi, guys. Brooke is a bully, FYI, in case nobody knew that. Are you a bully?
I usually am. Yeah, I've been known to be one.
Daniel says, keep trying with the puns. Avast ye?
Are
Ye be a swashbuckler?
you happy we won?
I'm just...
That was not bad.
Yeah, that was...
Not my worst
That
one.
was... You see, this is what you tune in for on a Thursday. I think we're already losing people, so get your
I hope so.
get your next hype tweet ready to go. Base Lord says we look beautiful today. Thank you, Base Lord. We tried. We didn't really try. Anyways, all right, we getting into it. Comments are going off. We appreciate it. We got Woodland in the house. Anthony Keene hasn't heard. We did hear Cody Love way back in the day. You remember before he made his?
It's been a while.
It's been since like spring training 2017 a while.
It was a nickname that did not stick.
Yeah. Oh God, people are having some fun with the what's that guy's name? The nicknames and the Jerry and yada yada.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it. The Dodgers take advantage of the Pirates. The Dodgers did what they were supposed to do. Solid, rainy but solid games going down in Pittsburgh at lovely PNC Park. Lovelier when it's not wet, I would assume. But they did what you'd like to see, which is win sports ball games. Good, not great offense. A couple guys come alive. What'd you like about the series?
I like that we won the series. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can look at and kind of complain about, but I'm going to choose to be mostly happy about the fact that we won 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
The Cabrian Hayes thing was really interesting. Real good way to start off a series.
We got some fun moments for sure.
Man, missing first base, and then Kenley takes the line drive that he falls over to catch. It was really entertaining first 2 games, and then the third game you obviously have the whole rain delay and everything. And
ESPN.
I'm really not a fan
YouTube.
of YouTube. That's a whole other entertainment problem right there. But thought it was good. Thought the pitching was good. I liked what the bullpen did. Offense was just, I don't know. It felt weird. Like it felt like it would just go flat for innings at a time and nothing would happen.
Yeah. No, they didn't really keep the line moving, which is sort of the narrative of the season. You're not getting the same type of offense that you got in 2020. By the way, shout out, we already passed last season's amount of games played with that weak-ass 60-game season, even though anybody's going to say, take that from this and say, oh, then the World Series didn't count. No, Dodgers were going to be there. Playoffs were harder. F yourself. Anyways, it's not as good of an offense. Not as good of an offense. They're not clicking well. They're not hitting all that well. And you would hope maybe somebody like Corey Seager makes a difference coming up a little bit down the road. I still say within the month. Seems like maybe I'm closer to being right than not right. But JT, nice series.
Yeah, that's one guy that you've been looking for all year to kind of come back around. He had the obviously really hot start, and then since then he's really been like getting away with having a bad, stretch of games. He's been covered by everybody else in the lineup. He's been covered by CT3 having a really great couple of months. He's been covered by Max Muncy tearing the cover off the ball. But now it's getting to a point where you're like, oh yeah, you're not hitting with runners in scoring position. You're not doing the thing that you normally do, which is knock in guys when they're out there or moving guys over or whatever it might be. So good to see him go deep twice. Good to see Cody actually, going with the ball.
Put some good hacks on it. Found some grass and not just straight up in the air.
Zach McKinstry, another guy you're waiting to come through, waiting to find the swing. And once he does, the Dodgers lineup is deadly if that guy's coming through. And he came through with a big hit today. Mm-hmm. A lot of things to love about it. Chris isn't even in the lineup, and they still have a huge win. One of your best hitters isn't in the lineup, and you win. That's a good day. Yeah,
it was nice. I forget what inning it was, but you had who it was Cody. Yeah, it was Cody single. Then Beatty followed, and then McKinstry followed. So that was nice to really see those 3 guys in particular get some hits. And It wasn't like a home run. They didn't just run into one or whatever. It was a quality Major League Baseball hit, finding some grass, splitting a gap, whatever it may be. That was nice to see. Like you're saying, you get Zach hot. Watch out, because that's a whole different component to this lineup. And after Corey gets back, you can have him on the bench more. You're going to have I guess, technically have CT finally to get in some time on the bench, but he's going to find his way around. So things are lining up nicely.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally getting to the point where you're looking at it and you're like, hey, Mookie Betts has been banged up for a lot of the season. He's had a rough, start to the year, and I think a lot of that is because, like, hey, Mookie, everybody's dead. We're going to need you to play every damn day for the rest of the season. Suffered through a bad back, suffered through obviously getting hit in the forearm, a bunch of different stuff. I think we're getting to a point where we can kind of give him scheduled days off, and it's going to be really good for everybody across the lineup. Chris Taylor, another guy. I mean, he played every game for a pretty decent stretch, whereas, like, he's usually going to get those days off. He's usually going to get a breather here and there, and I think it definitely affects him long term. So when we're getting these guys healthy, when we're getting them back to swinging like they should be, plays up all around the lineup, and I'm really looking forward to that. I also very much enjoyed watching Kenley pitch. The dude hit 97 on the gun, which I had to, not only did I have to check on the MLB app, I had to go to Baseball Savant and be like, wait a second, like, somebody's got to be wrong. There's no way I mean, obviously he was out of the zone. 97 from Kenley, though. What the hell?
It's all in the hips. It's apparently all in the hips for him, man. He does that little hippie shimmy, shimmy, shake, which every time I watch and there's a runner on, it just frightens me because I'm like, there's going to be some jackass umpire one of these days.
There is going to be somebody that
calls a balk.
Yeah, there is.
And it's going to be Angel Hernandez or it's going to be Joe West. And we're all going to go mad with anger or anger with Mads, whatever it may be. But it's going to be pretty damn annoying to watch. But it's not annoying to watch Kenley pumping 97. And, back-to-back outings, a couple of saves in this series. Huge 4 outs, picking up the slack that of a very short first start back for Tony. Which, how do you feel about Tony? I mean, there's more to dig in on Kenley, maybe not, but I'm kind of curious on the Tony side of things.
Yeah, I think that first start back, you got a slow start to the year. You've obviously been throwing in AAA. I'm not worried about it too much. Not even just those factors. I mean, you go into PNC, you start with a rain delay, technically. I mean, what do they start, like 30 minutes later or something like that? He's got to change up his whole routine. Everything's different about him coming into this. I'm not going to hold anything against him. I'm not going to hold anything. Nothing ever works out in that dude's favor, by the way. Nothing ever works out in that dude's favor. Poor guy. Such a good pitcher.
And at the same time, you have, it's a moist, humid day, which can't help him.
Right.
He had to get the hair up to keep the hair up so he can survive. Those are some nasty games out there in Pittsburgh, but Dodgers come away with 3 of 3, and that is nice. Otherwise, you got what you could out of Tony. He did it at the right time because everybody else was already kind of ready. You had people like David Price who had already been kind of starting and what have you. There was dudes ready to give you length out of the bullpen, so it was the right time to do it, or the best time really to be able to do it. Dave, without the roadmap planned ahead a few days before, or at least a night before, he still kind of struggled with. Probably should have left David Price in there for one more inning, but those little type of things that just add up. Vintage Dave with the bullpen, but still, you can't come out of this sweeping or mopping and complaining. Way to go, boys in blue. Yeah.
Really like it. A lot of fun. Going back to Gonsolin a little bit, I mean, his next outing is going to get to be in LA. So, I think I'll make a better evaluation of him then. I don't think he's a 5 walks and inning and 2/3 type of guy, that's for sure.
Dude had less than 0 control on that fastball.
Yeah. That is not what we've come to know from him.
No.
He's definitely like a more of a pinpoint pitcher. He's not going to overpower you with stuff. I think he's going to beat you with his pitch mix and location, and that's just the kind of guy I think he's going to be throughout his career. He does have a really good fastball when it's on, but that was not the guy that we know. And people, you know what? While we're on the subject, I just don't understand it. Because people think that Tony Gonsolin's not a good pitcher, and I don't know where they pull this from. I think that they pull it from recency playoff bias, that is really stupid. I gotta tell you, that is so stupid. Because if by that logic, Clayton Kershaw is a terrible pitcher. Like, just let's be honest with it, he's not a good pitcher. I was having
or Mrs. FRG asked me about that. I think last night or the night before. What the hell? Why do people not like AJ Pollock? And I was like, well, his first season wasn't all that great, but also playoffs, he went, 0 for 13 with 11 Ks or something like that. Yep. That's all, how do we nicely say it, morons focus on.
I like that. Yeah, I really enjoy that. It is like the what have you done for me recently type of thing, and that's the mentality that you get into when you have a franchise like the Dodgers, who are just expected to be great all the time, like start to finish. And a lot of us are spoiled, and a lot of you didn't live through the Frank McCourt era, and it shows.
I forgot what. I think it might have been Red or Orange County Register. Somebody recently called it the McCourt Jester era, and I was like, I'm sold on that. That was pretty nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
it was very much a joke. Digging into the comments a little bit right here, Calvin saying Kenley been getting consistent. He's arguably the best reliever in the bullpen. The knots are kind of going. I think even Gary isn't like as worried about Kenley anymore.
I think Gary just like doesn't know what to do anymore because he doesn't have any to be upset about. Let me ask you this: is Kenley Jansen an all-star right now?
Yes.
Oh.
The only reason why is because all-star voting is lazy. Dave Roberts is a manager of the National League team, and Kenley is a closer that has saves as a closer, and they don't give bullpen roles to people that aren't closers. So I think it happens. Dude, I mean, what, 1.6 ERA, something like that, 1.7?
I mean, you look at all his numbers, even the peripherals, like a lot of times for Kenley, like one side adds up and the other quite doesn't. I think this year is the first year for Clayton Kershaw where his FIP is actually, his expected FIP is like way lower than it actually is. Mm-hmm. It's usually kind of reversed for him. He kind of gets more lucky more often than not. But for Kenley, the numbers are all there. Everything says that he's having a good year. The only thing that doesn't say he's having a good year is Dodgers fans.
That's great. That's what people are used to, man. It's give somebody something to complain about. They'll just keep focusing in on that. But you know, after Kenley's beautiful save his life play, you know, that gives him. Think of Fox focusing in on that play for like 4 hours. Joe Buck was talking about that play.
I love when they like grab a hold of something and they're like, "We're just going to talk about this for 3 weeks, nothing else."
And then we can get Jay Hair to that, and he'll call him KJ Airman, and then something like that.
Something weird.
Yeah. It's just, love you, Jay Hair, friend of the show. Jeffrey says Kenley as athletic as Jordan, like modern Jordan. Sure,
current Jordan.
Yeah, current Jordan. Maybe or like 10 years ago Barkley, we'll say 15 years ago Barkley, because why not?
Yeah.
Because things got to be things. Paul Vaughn says AJ Pollock chokes in big situations. He choked in the past. I don't know how he's hitting with runners in scoring position this year, but he seems to come through. He was I think, was it the first game or it might have been one of the games in Atlanta. He got a pretty big ribby on a nice clean single to center, or I think it was over the head of the center fielder. Pollo looks like Pollo-esque. He's not what he was last year. He's not 2015 AJ Pollock, but I think the Dodgers would be worse off without him, because imagine somebody like Yoshi Tsutsugo getting those starts, or somebody like, let's say, DJ Peters getting those starts. Not quite ready for primetime players. When you have somebody who's a former All-Star, I'd rather take that guy than anything else.
Pollo's hitting 355 with runners in scoring position this year, by the way.
And what? All-Star. Let's go. Everybody's an All-Star. Dave's out here trying to get George Lombard on his damn All-Star roster.
Dave, he's in the AL.
He gone. Kevin says nothing like calling out your own fans. I mean, that's just kind of what we do. Yeah, it's fun.
We're not really gonna, tuck you in at night, make you feel good. That's not my job. You can listen to your mom's podcast if you want to do that.
Welcome to the podcast. Where's the laundry soap at? I don't know.
That's what moms say.
That's what everybody's mother sounds like, right?
No. Yeah.
I'm assuming everybody's mother's also a strong, hardworking, independent woman. Don't need no man. Because why not? Anyways, moving on. One of the things I did like about the series is they went about the road trip, really. They went 4-2 on the road trip, which is a bit of a market change of them not being good on the road. Of course, they were also not good on the road during that stretch where they were really bad just in general constantly all the time. So my question to you, as they now sit at 18-15 on the road away from Dodger Stadium this year, is it something specific to the road, or do you think it was more of a lot of struggle busing during that particular stretch?
I think it was more about timing than anything else. I think it's, you're having a bad stretch of games. You got a bunch of players out. You got, that trip up to Chicago really screwed with us, I think. Like, a lot about that really screwed with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more situational than anything else. It's not something I'm worried about right now. If we get into like August, September, and we're still having those same kind of issues, that's not going to play up down the stretch. But right now, I'm not too worried about that. A lot of people make a lot out of road records.
Yes, it's just something to focus on.
What's worse, having a bad home record or a bad road record?
Oh, bad home record, much worse.
If you can't win at home, you can't win anywhere.
I've been called a bad home wrecker.
Oh, yep.
See.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Moore says Savage Brook doesn't take a day off.
No, yeah.
Is that your new name? We can get you bumper stickers, Savage Brook.
Yeah, it used to be really nice. I don't know what happened. People have caught on. Swag Titan McGee says Kevin's new here. Kevin is not new here. Kevin's been hating on me for a long time in the chat, but we leave him around because, what do they say?
YOLO?
F you. Whatever it is.
It's all a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
As of right now, as of the time we are recording this, which is roughly a half an hour before first pitch for the Giants, Dodgers sit 1.5 games behind the Giants. Could be 1 or 2 by game time tomorrow, by the time some of y'all folks might be listening to this as a podcast. The most important thing about where we're at right now is, sure, there's a lot of time. Things are moving right in the right direction. The needle's moving in the right direction for the Dodgers doing well, getting healthy, right people in place. And most importantly, Padres are in third place.
All of a sudden, it's just June. It's only June.
Make sure you guys, copy this and tag it to your Padres fans friends, so he can come in and give him a bad time.
I love the threats. I love them. I live for them.
Are they still trying to threaten you?
Every day of my life.
I heard the Blue Heaven account try to threaten you today. I don't know who's running that.
They said they would injure us.
If you guys don't subscribe, so make sure you hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. Hit that notification bell. We're glad you did. All right, it's about time to be doing a giveaway. Sort of, once again, unprepared as usual. This is usually the thing I put off to the last minute, and everything was to the last minute today. Mm-hmm. So first, let's do a little plug. Folks, our friends over at Vintage Brand have over 10,000 unique logos of your favorite professional sports teams, colleges, as a gift for every sports fan. And with Father's Day coming up, it's a cool opportunity to get some cool things. We got the beer koozies here. We got the can insulators, all that. There's Dodger shirt. There's sweatshirts, drinkware, posters, canvases, and all that kind of stuff. Sign up at Vintage Brand today and save 40% off on your first purchase. Visit vintagebrand.com/site/subscribe. Sign up there, give them your email, and tell them we sent you or something like that. But we're teaming up once again to give away another one of these, if I can find the right button. We're giving away canvas. Look at that. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's right there. Show them where your hand is so everybody knows exactly where it is.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like right next to us. There's a lot more to this office, but also a lot less of this office than people might think. So let's give that away.
You're right.
No. There's a lot of words happening right now. I'm struggling. Just here so I don't get fined. What's a good question?
You see, we're very ready for
I was hoping you would come up with something while I was making up all these words.
No, I was not. I wasn't even thinking about this, to be honest with you. You had to remind me to put my hand up there to point at it.
This is true. He's drunk with power, or just not with power. I don't know. We're going to give that away. Big thing is, it's important that you do subscribe to them, to their newsletter. That would be important. It's important to also subscribe to us because that makes us feel validated when we're doing these type of things. It's a cool canvas. We've had it for a while. We really like it. People seem to like it. And I guess we will do something to give it away. This is killer. This is killer content. What's a good question? Just do one of those question things. Come on. You're inquisitive. You're a journalist.
Did you just say I'm inquisitive? I think it took a long time for anybody to recognize me as inquisitive in my life. 28 years, Jesus.
Dying here.
Yeah. Well, we could always just send them over to our Twitter.
Oh, yeah. There it is. We'll come up with something on Twitter. That is a good thing because it gives us a chance to run it over the weekend. But we're going to do something like that. Keep an eye out on our Twitter at Official Dodgers Nation, and we will announce a winner of something. Of that.
Of that.
It's going to be of that, but it's going to happen on Monday. It's going to happen on this show on Monday. There'll be something real official But Father's Day, go sign up, go buy stuff. Yay.
Yeah, dads. If you're a dad,
this is all just winging. People like John Boy, John Boy has the cool dugout mugs and all that, but they send him a script.
We've had the dugout mugs.
I got to make all of this shit up on the spot. I mean, not on the spot. I mean, should have done it before. Anyways, if anybody's still here,
hello.
Welcome to the show. We're gonna get to the fun part then. Excuse the interruption. We're bringing it back. It's been a while. It's like pardon the interruption, but we don't have to pay for the rights from ESPN. Guys, we've all seen pardon the interruption on ESPN. Well, this is the Kirkland version of it. That's what I like to call it. It's Kirkland, pardon the interruption. Each topic is going to get 1 minute where we aimlessly argue about stuff and things, mostly baseball related. I really wanted to sneak in your hatred of the show Friends into this. But I ran out of boxes.
I really hate Friends, by the way.
I ran out of boxes.
Man, white people ruin everything.
All right. Are you ready? Are you engaged? Are you like...
No, I'm married. But,
Oh, God.
It's a wonder we don't have more subscribers, honestly. We really should be right up there with the best.
This is part of the fun. I like what Anthony says. He says you got to love live podcasts. You don't get this.
This is the risk we take by going live for you guys, because everybody else, they get to chop it up. They get to make it look good. They get to make their YouTube videos all flashy.
There's been one complete waste of time section of an hour each week. So, whatever. Anthony says I don't like that Mike Wilbon guy. So you're going to be Mike Wilbon. First question up on the board. We can already see it loaded right here, pointing right there. It says Kershaw trouble. You as Mike
Wilbon,
as a Tony Crenshaw truther, you're going to get to lead this one off. Are we worried about Clayton Kershaw? 1 minute on the clock, go.
10 earned runs in the past 2 starts. That's 12 innings. That's man, it's tough to get around it. It's tough to look at that and say there's nothing wrong. But also, you look within those starts, and it's usually one bad inning that hits him. Mm-hmm. Aside from that, he's pretty. Hasn't been hit hard, hasn't been touched other than that. He's still missing bats. His fastball velocity, something that we've talked about for a long time, is down again this year pretty significantly. A full mile an hour, which is not great. But, you look at his peripherals on his sliders and stuff like that, still there. Everything on that is still good. Am I worried about it? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. His sliders, his slider's going to be a saving grace for the rest of his career. It's not like anything else is going to work out better for him. Right now, I think he has a good bounce back start tomorrow, which I'm hoping to be there tomorrow. TBD.
We're very proud of
he
you.
will feel me in his heart.
5.26 ERA over his last 7 outings. There is reason to be concerned about Clayton Kershaw, but don't go,
chasing waterfalls.
Hang on to the Kershaw you used to, or something like that. It'll happen. It'll happen. Anyways, moving on. Next topic. This one's almost personally for me. Is Phil Bickford, the legend, the hair. Is Phil Bickford earning your trust yet?
I like Phil Bickford.
Yes!
You said it multiple times.
Yes!
You've said it many times now. You say it's the hair. And if he didn't have
Show
that,
hair, baby.
If he did not have that hair, I firmly believe he would not be in the big leagues. And I have no proof of that. And there's nothing I can stand by for that. But you talk to Phil Bickford, there's nothing particularly impressive about him as a person.
Nope.
With all due respect to wherever in the middle of the country he's from. I like him. I like what he's doing. I think he's going to be a part of this bullpen.
Every single year, the Dodgers pull a jag out of their ass. It's just a guy. And this could be this year's just a guy. Phil Bickford fits that mold of Dylan Floro when he first came to L.A. Somebody like, I don't know. It's not as far as like a Joe Blanton type or whatever, but he's, dude scoreless in his 7 outings. He pitched today. He earned his first save today, so scoreless in 8 outings now. His FIP is under 1.5, I think. Yeah, it's at like 1. He might be legitness, at least for now. He's a one-night stand, all right? Yeah, just take him home for now.
He's a jag. He's definitely
a jag. But
big time jag off.
He's our jag, and he's got the show flow. Big time Phil Bickford truther. All right, this is the big one. I'm calling it Mookie Betters. Will Mookie get better? What's going on with Mookie? Will he figure it out?
I think this all comes back to what I was saying before. When the lineup gets healthy, when you have your big boppers in there, like Bopper, see what I did there?
Nice kid.
When you have those guys in there, you can move Mookie in and out of the lineup. He doesn't need to be in there every day. He can get healthy. I think today was a good indication of that. I don't necessarily subscribe to the same thought process of Dave, where it's like it just takes one game. I don't believe in that personally, but I will say that he hit the ball very hard in 2 of his at-bats. Impressed by him. He is Mookie Betts. I mean, a lot of times that's all you really need to feel confident about him. He is Mookie Betts, and he will come back.
Mookie had his first real, honest Mookie game today. He threw a runner out. He hit a dinger. Looked good all around. Maybe today. I'm going to say today was the game that opens up Mookie Betts, because why not? I've been right. I've already been right on so many things this year, especially Phil Bickford of late. I'm going to go out and say that Mookie's going to be inspired by Dave Vassay shitting all over him.
Oh, yeah. Anytime that Vassay shits on somebody, they automatically go
and
off.
Mook's about to go off.
Gail brings up a good point. Nate Jones, another Jag.
He's a pitching. He's a damn bullpen like pitching machine.
But he does this. So
it's like, here it is, boys. See if you can hit it. That's what I assume he sounds like.
Yeah, that's
everybody's
not what he sounds like. He's also from the middle of the country.
Yeah, he's actually a very, very, very nice boy.
How y'all doing? Like, he's like that kind of guy.
All right. Sidebar then. You go Mookie. You go not Mookie. You go.
Sidebar?
Who's pitching? No, I don't have sidebar. We don't have that kind of. We don't have that kind of budget. You got a runner on second and 1 out. You going Bickford or you going Nate Jones?
It's all matchup based, dude. You can't just ask me this
Don't
question.
give me this shit. You go with heart. You do it the way Tom Lasorda did it back in the day when they had to stone and chisel their damn lineups.
I'm going Bickford then.
That's right. Phil Bickford in the house. Phil Bickford truther right here. It was the first one. Thank you.
Who saw that one coming, by the way?
Everybody.
Andrew Friedman saw this one coming. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing. I guess this one's going to be more for you because, we talked about it already on Monday. So if you guys missed it, check out Monday's show or listen to Tuesday's podcast, which is also kind of Monday's podcast, the sticky stuff. In your opinion, is it as big of an issue as it's being made out to be? That's the extreme sticky stuff, the Garrett Cole special spider tack. Not talking about the sunscreen and rosin or even maybe a little bit of like light pine tar. We're talking about that, but what it's being blown up to be. Is it as big of a problem? Go.
I think it is league-wide, if that's what you're asking me. I think it's going to drastically change the game. I know Max Muncy, he had said, like I don't know, like, what's going to change or what the rules are going to be, but I do know that you're probably going to see a pretty big change in the game. He's in his mind, he's like, you're just going to see a lot more balls put into play. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how drastically that it's going to be, but you will see more balls put into play. And I think that's honestly what MLB's whole reasoning for this was. It has nothing to do with leveling the playing field, it has nothing to do with cheating. It's all about putting the ball in play and making it more entertaining for them.
I think it's a little bit more media narrative for fun because they're bored and they keep chasing that dragon that they had with the Astros scandal. It's the first time baseball has been a national news item since like Balco, since steroids. It was the Astros scandal, and they want that back. So now you got Sports Illustrated with that nasty sticky ball going out there and Spin City and Trevor Bauer's the devil of sticky and all this kind of stuff. I think it's a little bit more.
I gotta burst your bubble here. You were not the first Phil Bickford truther. Matthew Bergdorf over on Facebook says, I played with Phil Bickford in college, been a fan of his for almost a decade now. Matthew is the first probably Phil's mom is probably the first
that's
big fan.
That's clearly just a made up name, I'm just saying. Chet Kroll says put more balls into play. That's what she said.
Hell yeah.
Because you see. Final one. Guys, it's time, and we're going to go past the allotted countdown here. The YouTube. Should MLB just kind of stop with these YouTube broadcasts?
They should do a free game of the week like they're doing, because I think a lot of fans appreciated the fact that they could watch the game from anywhere that they were at, i.e. work on a Thursday morning. I think a lot of people appreciated that. The announcers, they got 3 colormen, and they put them all in one broadcast. That doesn't generally work out very well. I don't know who you're going to get to replace them. I don't know what you're going to do. There's contracts. There's a lot of legal reasons. I don't know. I do, again, as somebody who has cable and I can watch every Dodger game, I know that I am not in the same situation as other fans. A lot of people can't watch these games. And so when you have this free game, it's an opportunity for more fans to be able to watch. And I like that for them.
But like you said, the multiple color announcers,
the product,
the product, some of it looks like, they put it together pretty last minute. I mean, honestly, I'm more for it than against it. I thought it was fun. I was kind of surprised to see so many people complaining on the internet about a free damn ball game.
Anthony says they shouldn't force you to only watch it on YouTube. And that is absolutely a point I will agree with. I think it should be available for the fans that aren't able to watch it or are in the market and blacked out and can't watch, etc. during a normal season. But definitely, if you have the means to not watch it, I think you shouldn't have to. The graphics are weird. There's a lot of interesting highlight reels. Even the commercials, for some reason, were odd. I just wanted my, Hunter Ellis with the night vision goggles commercial. I just want that commercial back, or the scoop. There it is, if you will.
Yeah. No, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm not as upset as some folks were about Jay Hair, just because I know that's exactly how he is.
That's just Jay Hair.
Yeah, this is Jay Hair, and he's constantly, he has quips all game long, and who's not really that sharp with that? The mayor, Sean Casey, isn't as witty as Jay Hair, but they often spoke at the same time, and it was awkward and it was uncomfortable. They got to do something about them latency issues, but as somebody who does this thing on the internet, I understand and respect and get extreme latency issues.
It's difficult. I really like the Sean Casey, like anytime he would kind of get away and then he would come back and mid conversation and be like, yeah, Jay Hair, and it's like, Sean, hey relax, brother.
Hey, at least we got to talk for those few outs with that Pirates first base or bench coach. Yeah, big time.
Boy.
I know you're a big time fan
I
of that
don't
guy.
know who decided that they needed to talk to the Pirates bench coach. I mean, with all due respect, I don't know him. I don't know one damn thing about him. Even after listening to an interview, I don't know anything about him.
And
you couldn't have got
his name right now.
You couldn't. I mean, either. You couldn't have got an interesting. I understand it's the Pirates. There's not a lot of interesting players, but there's got to be one. Bench coach.
Yeah, bench coach is usually not the guy. I mean, I love Bob Guerin. I don't really want to hear from Bob Guerin in game.
No, he's busy. He's got stuff to watch. He's got rules to tell Dave Roberts about that he doesn't know. So
I also loved that they brought in Mookie as the game was ending, as the game was officially canceled. Like, oh, here's Mookie. Hey, Mookie. Do you enjoy baseball?
They're like, we need to have a post game wrap up to finish this thing.
Anyways.
Hey, Mookie, what's up?
There was an attempt, we'll say.
I love the fact that they're able to give fans free baseball. I love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's okay.
And we'll say opportunities like this just make us realize how good we have it with Joe Davis in the damn broadcast booth here for our Los Angeles Dodgers. That's great. I'm seeing the love pouring in here. Paul saying appreciate Joe, saying oral is boring. I disagree on the oral part. Oral's fun. Hey, this is a sound drop right there.
Oral is fun. Yeah, that's a good one. Roach coming in hot says they should have interviewed first base and see why the Pirates refused to touch him. That's good. I really like it. Really, really like it.
Yeah, Brian Hayes was not a big fan of first base, as we saw. Anyways, yeah, that I guess that's enough on the YouTube.
Touching first base.
We brought it back. Pardon what I call it. Pardon. Forget the interruption. Excuse my interruption. Something like that. There it is. There's a segment. It was fun.
We didn't know the name of our own segment.
There was a countdown, and it made it more exciting. Boom, live. All of this is happening right now. Anyways, final part of the show before we go home and cry. Coming home. The Dodgers are coming home to sunny Los Angeles. Still sunny. Look at that. And it's a good time. It's a good time for the boys in blue to be coming home. They only got a few more games of COVID-restricted Dodger Stadium. Knock on wood. You hope it's only a few more games. 6-game homestand. The Dodgers are going to be playing the Texas Rangers of Texas. The Dodgers have won a World Series in the Rangers ballpark before, so
That's cool. That's a good sign.
Do we give them a ring?
We'll just get Joey Gallo a ring. Thank you.
Here you go, Mr. Gallo.
We appreciate you.
Would you like N ring?
For letting us use your ballpark.
But we got a decent little matchup or series of starters going, decent probables, because you got Kersh going against Mike Fultonavich. Fultonavich is not the guy he used to be. And Kershaw is not the guy he used to be. So
bunch of has-beens going head-to-head.
Kershaw is historically better at Dodger Stadium, so you hope he kind of rights the ship. He played a lot. Pitched a lot on the road throughout this bad stretch of games. So it would be, I guess it's been pretty damn even.
Well,
he's sucked. He's sucked a lot on the road.
On Saturday, you got Mr. Bauer going, and you hope that he can kind of right the ship with kind of how weird his past couple of starts have been, going up against whatever a Colby Allard is. Yeah,
I was kind of curious. I've never heard of it.
I haven't heard a lot of things in Texas, as no one should a lot of times. Colby Allard.
And Walker Buehler going up against Dane Dunning.
Which is a cool name.
Also, no idea.
Dane Dunning.
No idea what a Dane Dunning is.
Listen, I don't watch Rangers games.
Texas born. Don't watch.
Call me a fake fan. I don't know.
It's another opportunity to where if things are going right, the boys are going to fatten up a little bit. They're going to keep on keeping on, as we talked about on Monday. They've had a lot of what am I looking for? They've had a lot of streaky moments this season where, they went and won 13 of their first 14, and then they lost 15 of 20, and then they rattled off an 8-game win streak, and then they lost 7 of 11 or something like that. So maybe they're on the upswing again. They're doing one of those little 6, 7, 8. Maybe they could finally get to that 9-game win streak plateau. It would be nice. But they're coming home, and that's a good place to be. Dodgers reopening. You get the official reopening day on Tuesday, I guess.
15th is
Tuesday.
Yeah. So they play one game against the Phillies without full capacity, and then the rest
arbitrary
with,
number.
Yeah. Arbitrary.
Yeah, because there's gonna be less COVID on the 15th. I get it. I understand it. This is just science. This is pure science.
Dodgers fans do get to see Adolis Garcia, which is exciting. He is an exciting player, apparently. A lot of really good names get lost on bad teams, and that's kind of the case with him right now. But he's an exciting guy. He's got like 16 home runs this year, and we're not that far into the season.
Anthony says Colby Allard sounds like a weird bar that'd have a mechanical bull or something. You have to wear a cowboy hat there too, I'm assuming. Because why not? Yep.
I don't know anything.
But baseball stuff. Baseball good. That's all we got, I think. We struggled.
Happy Thursday. I'm going to go drink
I'll
more.
Drink to that. Bet. Guys, thanks for surviving with us. One last note I wanted to bring up. The internet is losing a legend today, by the way. Our everybody's favorite, if you've been around the Twitter as long as some folks have, you'd know all about Doyers Please, the legend, who we still think internally is probably maybe Gale. Doyers Please came back to the internet and said that they are officially retiring from Twitter. So many a tear was shed for Doyers Please. I played on loop Sarah McLachlan for hours on end. Just I will remember you. I love not singing the song people want me to sing. Mm-hmm. But Doyers, please, thank you for your service. Thank you for your years of hard work and dedication to setting up all of the greatest orgies and bar mitzvahs for Dodgers Nation. May you ride off into the sunset and see many a Chris Taylor dong along the way. We will miss you dearly. Doyers, please. And for everybody else who's not on Twitter and doesn't know some weird subsect of things, just skip to the next episode.
I have a theory that someone's hot on her trail, so she's got to abandon the account. That's my theory.
Guys, find us on the internet. We are DodgersNation.com. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. If you go there and click there and read our stuff there, you support us. Keep us in beer. Keep us happy. Keep Brooke, putting food in his dog.
Into my dog?
Well, I mean, where else did you put it?
I just feed it to him. I don't put it in him.
You provide the food that goes within it.
He eats it.
Within it.
And he eats it.
Another way to support us is to buy our merch at gearup.la. You wearing one? Oh, he's wearing one.
Merchies.
There's Nation shirt. There's other shirts. There's a friend of the show shirt. You got a belly in the ball. We're going to have more cool shirts coming out on gearup.la, so make sure you check that out. Also, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Player FM, everywhere your podcasts are available free. Make sure you just search for Blue Heaven Podcast. Subscribe to Dodgers Nation on YouTube, youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. Hit that bell. You just heard the sound. You're going to be happy you did that.
You'll be so happy. And then more importantly, Doug will be happy, and Doug means the world to us. Guys, I'm at BrookMe3. This guy over here at RealFRG. We're both on Twitter and Instagram. We're at Dodgers Nation on Twitter, at official Dodgers Nation on Instagram. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for comments. I don't know. Go sports.
Bye.